Welcome. I'm Chad Dyer, Global Managing Director of Mountain News Corporation, and I'm here along with Patrick Crawford, the Editor-in-Chief of OnTheSnow. And I'd like to thank everyone for attending our sneak peek of the new OnTheSnow today. There are some pretty dramatic enhancements to OnTheSnow, and the goal of today's presentation is to share that with you. We recognize everyone is busy, so we're going to keep the presentation to about 30 minutes or so. It has been an incredible 12 months here at Mountain News, and the momentum we have with OnTheSnow throughout North America and the rest of the world is unprecedented in our 16-year history. For those of you who are not familiar with OnTheSnow, it is the world's most visited snow sports platform and operates in 16 markets globally, specializes in reaching skiers and boarders as they're planning their holiday, preparing for their trip, and engaging with the snow sports lifestyle. We are coming off a phenomenal winter where we saw a nearly 50% increase in traffic globally, with a Nielsen-audited 9.6 million unique skiers and boarders visiting the site this last year, 3.4 million in January alone, and a 120% increase in consumption on our mobile platforms, and dramatically expanded our media partnerships with Google, Yahoo, Bing, and the Weather Channel. All of this momentum was really warm-up to the end of this month when we will launch the next generation of OnTheSnow, and today we're providing a sneak peek of the new site. The new OnTheSnow is much more than an aesthetic upgrade. It'll provide our visitors even better usability and recommendation engines, more engaging photo and video content, a stronger social voice and ability for our passionate visitors to engage with our community. And it'll offer our advertising partners larger palettes to connect your products with content and context, and enhanced conversion assistant tools that will drive more revenue to your regions, resorts, and properties. The project was a massive undertaking that began in December of 2010. OnTheSnow has over 20,000 pages and is produced in 16 international markets in 10 languages. And each site is produced and maintained in the local market to ensure its authenticity and that it appeals to the mental model of skiers in that country. To assist us in the project, we brought in a team of experts from Sapient out of New York that specializes in the development of high-end media websites. And we've also built up our internal team to support this launch and to continue to evolve the platform moving forward.
Hi, this is Patrick Crawford, and I'm the Content Director and Editor-in-Chief here at OnTheSnow. Chad's presented the broad strokes of the changes coming up this year for OnTheSnow, and I'm going to speak more specifically about the editorial evolution that we have in store for this winter. Snow reporting, resort data, and news are the traditional strengths of this website, and they are still at the core of what we do. They drive our traffic and partnerships, they bring visitors back repeatedly, and they build a community that enables everything else we do to thrive. So it is very important to point out that there is no diminished effort or focus on those core content streams. But on top of the content that you come to expect from OnTheSnow, for winter 2011-12, we'll be adding more feature content, more multimedia content, and more writing that features a strong editorial voice. As we approach this winter, the OnTheSnow editorial team is focused around three areas. One, expanding the people and team that contribute to the site. Two, on honing the editorial content itself. And three, on the editorial voice that we use. On the team side, we've more than doubled our in-house editorial staff to support this new platform. We've built relationships with some of the best-known freelance writers and photographers in the snow sports industry, and they will keep our content ahead of what anyone else in snow sports is producing. They will be contributing on a regular basis, starting in September and running throughout the season. We're developing partnerships with film companies and individual cinematographers so that we have strong video offerings outside of what we produce in-house. On the content side, we're expanding our editorial coverage to include a wider variety of topics and styles. People come to OnTheSnow to plan their ski vacation, and so we're dramatically expanding our content to service those viewers and to support our advertising partners. We'll be producing travel stories that run the gamut, from first-person narratives to profiles of resorts, hotels, opera hotspots, or other places that people research as they make their travel decisions. One thing you will notice this year is an enhanced emphasis on gear coverage. Our buyer's guide rolls out next month, and there will also be weekly product reviews on everything from hard goods and soft goods to accessories and technology. And finally, we want our coverage to show all aspects of the snow sports lifestyle, including personality, events and competition coverage, family, instruction, anything that inspires travelers to get out on the snow. The third major area of focus this year is the editorial voice of On the Snow. Authenticity will be a key to success for us. Writers, photographers, cinematographers we work with must know their topics well. Second, we want to balance that authenticity with a style that is approachable to a broad audience. And finally, our feature content will blend entertainment and inspiration, of course, but also we will always have elements of service underpinning that content to make it relevant. These are the themes that we have in mind this year for On the Snow, but since you came here to see the new site, let's take a look at the new On the Snow website.
There are over 20,000 pages of content in On the Snow and well over 100 sections within the site. So today we're going to take you through the homepage and the 3 most visited sections: snow and resort information, resort deals and gear, plus give you a preview of our new and improved video and topic sections. Our homepage is the most visited entry page into our platform. 6 to 7 million skiers access the page each year. And while snow, vacation planning deals, and gear are the primary reasons people come to the site, every user has some unique needs and is looking for something slightly different than the next. And the new homepage and site works hard to solve 3 critical challenges we face as a publisher. The first is making our visitors aware of all that On the Snow offers. We have thousands of pages of great content, but often visitors coming to the site to perform a specific task didn't realize that. The new site elevates key content such as featured articles, deals, gear, and video to keep visitors engaged longer and to begin a process of making On the Snow their go-to site for a daily fix of skiing and snowboarding. We've done this through the use of the Hero Box that showcases fresh inspirational content, and integrating features and callouts into the homepage such as videos, deals, events, gear, and an enhanced social voice and integration of user-generated content. Relevancy is another challenge. The skier in Seattle cares about different things than a skier in Boston or a local skier in Lake Tahoe, and the new site makes heavy use of our proprietary algorithm that uses data to present content and choices that are going to matter for a specific user. For example, in our pull-downs and in the snow module, we're providing the nearby resorts to a specific visitor, or recent resorts that they have viewed and On the Snow. But we'll also focus on destination resorts and featured articles that are most likely to be relevant to them. For example, the new snow widget as well as news module have intelligence built into them. The third challenge is helping our visitors make choices and to compare. And our site tends to reach skiers and boarders as they're planning a ski trip or searching for gear, and before they've made a final purchase. And the challenge we face is that not all of our visitors are saying, I want to go to British Columbia or Colorado or Vermont. Oftentimes they think in terms of a region, such as the Rockies or New England. And the new site increases the number of ways that they can find what they're looking for with a search box. Or they may be searching for attributes such as, where could I find a resort that's family friendly or has a strong terrain park? And the site offers ways in which they can filter the data for resorts that meet those attributes. They might also want to compare resorts across multiple regions. And the new site provides lots of ways for skiers to get answers to their questions with an enhanced resort finder tool. And for those who may need some direction or assistance, we have a recommendations engine that uses an algorithm based on the consumer's location as well as past behaviors on the site in order to make some suggestions. And as the visitor spends more time on the site, this recommendation engine will continue to improve. On the advertising side, there are new units that integrate into the site that would allow an advertiser to really connect with our visitors in a dramatic way. Here's an example of a wallpaper ad that can surround the home page of the site or really be integrated into any page within the site. Visitors come to our site to compare or to learn about various regions and resorts. And to the extent that we can deliver what they're looking for, it's a win-win for our visitors as well as our advertising partners. And there are about 25 enhancements to the snow and resort data sections of the site, but there are a few core ones I wanted to focus on today. So let's use the Resort Finder tool to potentially take a trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. The majority of our visitors have not settled in 100% on a specific resort when they come to our site. So to the extent we can let them compare either within a region or across a region, the site will become more useful to them. User-generated reviews have always been an important piece of OnTheSnow, and our passionate community of users loves to review resorts, and we receive over 10,000 resort reviews per winter, so the new site works better to leverage their feedback. The new site allows consumers to enter attributes that might be important to them, such as family friendliness or the terrain park, and compare that data. There's also a nice map feature that allows the user to see where the resort is located. So now let's go ahead and click on to Jackson Hole. Our data shows that in addition to wanting to have great skiing and snowboarding, our visitors like to participate in other activities on mountain as well. 60% enjoy fine dining, 58% want to operate ski, 47% enjoy shopping while on a vacation. And they're all generally interested in other things to do, as well as insider tips. So we've been working all summer to develop content that will help them round out their experience at the resort. You can see here on the profile page, we have call-outs that will lead to information about accommodations, shopping, restaurants, as well as an insider scoop. 96% of our visitors rate snow conditions as having an important influence on their choice. So let's click on the Jackson Hole Snow Report. Since 1994, OnTheSnow has been a trusted online source for skiers and boarders looking for snow conditions. And our company also provides content to 1,500 other websites as well. And consumers know and rely on us as the source that powers all other sites. We're constantly looking for ways to improve how we surface our data and provide good service to our visitors. A big enhancement to the new site is the introduction of a recorded snowfall over the last 5 days, as well as forecasted snowfall for the upcoming 5 days. The industry standards around this have historically been to display snow in the last 24, 48, and 72 hours. But what our research has shown is that consumers do want more. And since they're typically planning for a trip in the future, the upcoming snowfall forecast can be as important as what has happened in the past. So we've introduced a carousel that allows visitors to see a full 11-day picture of the past and the present. This feature has tested out very well in usability sessions that we have conducted around the world. Here is an example of a push-down ad that can integrate into the page. The unit is available on all pages of OnTheSnow, and it can also be geo-targeted, income-targeted, and life stage targeted. The second most consumed content in OnTheSnow, after the snow reports, is the deals and offers section. One thing that has always been apparent to us is that skiing and boarding at a ski area requires a consumer purchase, and just about every visitor that comes to OnTheSnow has an interest in a deal or an offer. We do a lot of usability testing with our visitors, and the most common feedback we get are suggestions on how they would like to see more deals and offers on the site. And the new site works very hard to really integrate our partners' deals into all pages of the site and into the appropriate locations. And we're also building some new tools to better determine what areas of the site get the most purchase on those integrations. The deals page itself includes strong call-outs for our advertising partners, and we've also added a deals editor to the company who will have a focus on improving the quality of this content from both an advertising as well as an editorial perspective. A significant area of focus for us is going to be the quality of the offers. What we've learned is that consumers don't want a zillion offers around a resort. They are already somewhat suffering from information overload as they peruse the web to plan their trip. And they want to see a few very high-quality offers that are curated by our editorial staff. There aren't really any other companies besides Mountain News that has the infrastructure to offer something like this specific to ski. And so we see this as a way to really differentiate ourselves in the future.
As we've mentioned already, ski and snowboard gear is currently a vital part of our content offering, and that will only increase in importance going forward. Last year, our gear review section was the third most popular area of the site. More than 1 million unique skiers and snowboarders researched gear on OnTheSnow, and we expect that number to increase significantly this year thanks to all the investment we put into both the product testing and the site design. Our gear coverage breaks down into two types of content. The hard goods buyer's guide is the most important and popular element of our gear section, but the editorial staff will also produce ongoing gear review features weekly starting in September. But for now, let's take a quick look at the ski review. Last year, OnTheSnow conducted 2 ski tests, one in Snow Basin, Utah, and one in Winter Park, Colorado. Those tests were headed by Krista Crabtree, a true veteran of ski testing, and I've also run ski tests for every year for the last decade plus, so OnTheSnow brings a very experienced and professional gear review team to the testing process. What we're looking at here is the Gear Finder tool, which allows readers to interactively engage with your products to find the best fit for their needs. Just like with resorts, our goal is to give readers a variety of ways to get into the content and to sort it according to their personal preferences. Lower down, you'll also notice our editor's picks content. These picks reflect the results of the ski test process. And this is sample content based off last year's data, and the new ski test information will come out next week. Okay, this is the basic style that we're going to select here on an editor's pick ski. This is the basic style of a product review. You'll notice that it includes a big product photo, a detailed review, and these easy to absorb ratings with star ratings. We'll also be doing video reviews of some of the top product this year to make sure that our gear appears across the variety of content offerings that we produce. We know that using digital media to drive commerce is an incredibly important initiative for manufacturers. So we're working with our hard goods and e-commerce partners to develop functionality that will drive our audience towards making a purchasing decision. One of our goals is to help our partners sell gear. And because of the size of the OnTheSnow audience and their engagement with our brand, no media source is better equipped to help make that happen. Next, we're going to go and take a quick look at our new and updated video section. Video is another rapidly growing part of our content strategy, and with the rollout of this new video page signifies that it's a top priority for this year. By creating a dedicated video page, our users will be able to quickly discover and view video from a variety of partners, including some of the biggest names in snow sports video production, as well as individual resort videos. But we're not just putting up third-party content. We also are producing quite a bit of video in-house, and have produced a couple of series, including A Science of Snow, and we're producing video resort previews. Those will be featured throughout the season and allow advertisers to align their message with targeted video content. This video player also includes the ability to serve pre-roll, post-rolls, and there are areas for individual video series sponsorships as well. One of the recurring themes that you'll see driving the new OnTheSnow content strategy is that we want to create a denser, more interconnected content offering while also making it easier for readers to find what they're looking for. So now we're going to visit the news and features page to show you how that thinking plays out in our content. One thing you'll find on the news site is that all our content falls into a handful of major sections: lifestyle, gear, family, travel, nutrition and fitness, events, photos, and videos. Everything we produce, whether photo, video, or a text, is categorized into at least one of these sections, with the goal being that every piece of content we create or aggregate is just one click away from the home page and is easily categorized for users to discover. Here we can see a sample of the types of content you might find on OnTheSnow on any given day this winter. It's also worth pointing out the XXL ad unit that appears on this page. This is a new unit for us this year, and one of several larger format, high impact ad units that we've integrated into the new site. Now we'll go ahead and click on today's lead story, which is a piece about learning to shoot better photos on snow. You'll see the articles page is also a great example of how this cleaner layout that we've developed creates more space for text and for imagery, as well as for these large format ads like this one that you can see here on the right. A little further down the page, you'll see some new functionality that we've put in place designed around keeping our audience involved with content and interacting. This related and most popular and most viewed widget, which we coded ourselves, is one of the things that we're going to use to serve up fresh content to our users. And one of the nice things about coding it ourselves is that we control the algorithm and the systems that relate and recommend content, and so we can fine-tune that as we find out more and more about our users. One of the things we're really excited about going forward with this site is testing and learning from our audience what type of content they really enjoy. And we can use that knowledge then to build content recommendation engines around the site, so whether it's gear, lifestyle, travel information, our readers are getting the information they want from OnTheSnow. And we're way ahead of the snowboard industry curve on that front already, and this new site will just help keep that progression going. I think this last point is really speaks to the heart of what this redesign is all about. We're interested in enhancing the functionality on the site and at the same time improving our ability to measure our audience's interests and serve them the content and offers that are most vital to them. And as we hone those functionalities, we'll be able to put ourselves and all of our partners out in front of the biggest and most interested and interactive audience in skiing.
So that concludes the presentation, and I'd like to thank so many of our partners for participating today. If you'd like to learn more about how to partner with Mountain News on either the advertising or editorial side, I encourage you to reach out to your Mountain News account executive, or feel free to reach out to Patrick or myself anytime. Once again, thank you for attending.